back to Jameson Run. On a previous episode, we had talked about putting in a drainage system for the backside of our woodyard road and our sawmill pad. So now what we're actually starting on is I earlier today dug that ditch, and now we are working on drilling some of the pipe here. I just got this green Schedule 40, so it's kind of thicker. And then I just went down through and I drilled some holes so the water would have somewhere to seep in and kind of follow the path down through. Now, of course, we're going to have to clean up all the mess on the ground, but we're going to go ahead and lay this down in there and just get a sight on it, see if we have enough drop going towards the creek, because it's just drainage water, just runoff. So, you know, nothing wrong with getting it out the side towards the creek there. It's where it flows anyway, but we're going to go ahead down and take a look at that. So enjoy. Alright folks, so as you can see, we've been kind of playing Tetris with pieces of concrete that we've been getting in, and we've been filling in all the muddy spots. We ended up getting some of the stumps ground. They're up and out of here, so that's perfect. And now we are working on the drainage system for the back, as I mentioned. So kind of got a little path cut in here. We used a little Kubota, the BX2370, to come over and kind of just trench our way through here a little bit, and it worked perfect. So now we're going to go ahead and kind of use these pipes here. We're going to lay them into this ditch, just try to get a sight on if we have enough drop coming towards the edge over here. Just a quick visual. It looks okay. You know, probably do a little better with an excavator, but I don't have an excavator, so it's about being sufficient with the items and tools that you have. So up there is going to be kind of our pond per se. This is where most of the water runs off this hillside, and even from this back corner it comes into here, and it always kind of sits here. It's always wet here. So hopefully I'm going to take we're going to keep the solid Schedule 40 for the section where we're going to drive over. We want that to be stronger, and then we're going to use some of that black corrugated on the top here. And then we might run black corrugated out that side. I also have some thinner, maybe Schedule 30 white pipe that we can put on there to kind of vent it out that way or shoot it out that way. But we're going to see how that goes. Right now we're just worried about this cross section here. I don't have any stone at the moment to put in, but we're going to get the mat set in there. For anybody, you know, looking to do this when you're doing French drains, you want to use a non-woven geotextile. A lot of times the driveway mat works great because that is meant for you to be able to permeate water through it. It'll, you know, sink down through. That way your driveway doesn't bubble up and heave whenever it's cooled out. So yeah, you want to lay that in the bottom of your ditch, and then you want to go ahead and put a little bit of stone in, put your pipe in, and then you want to go ahead and cover your pipe with a little bit of, you can use non-woven, you can use woven on the top. No, correction, do not use woven. Use non-woven again, but it'll keep some of the dirt out, keep some of the silt out of your pipe, and keep all the water following that stony French drain. Fun fact, French drains are called French drains because the gentleman who created them for his farm fields, his last name was French. Actually has nothing to do with the nationality. I never knew that. But yeah, so here we go. of you who do not have one of these, my dad found this at a yard sale, and it's a hoe, but it's like a hoe on steroids. It's really thick. This thing is the best tool, one of the best tools I've ever owned. Slope that will make it up and out, down and out, maybe a little bit more right here. We should be good. Usually water doesn't need a whole lot of slope to follow it. All right, looking pretty good. Looking pretty good. Now, probably a few of you who are asking, well, you know, wouldn't you dig that a little deeper or put it a little lower? Yeah, ideally you would. Right now we're about a foot. We're about 18 to 20 inches below grade, so we'll put a couple inches of stone in the bottom, put our pipe in, some stone on the top, dirt over the top. But in this section here, the plan is, with the rest of our ground here, we actually are kind of high because we're adding 4 to 6 inches with each piece of that concrete that we're putting in, and we're going to continue that. You can see right here where it stopped. You're already 4 inches higher than the rest of the ground right here. So we're gonna put those all the way out here into this to create a floating pad on this muddy area down here. So it'll make it difficult in the future to kind of build if you were trying to build a post and beam kind of building, but there's a lot of different ways to get around that. So we want a stronger driveway, something we don't have to tend to quite as much. So we're going to have big chunks of concrete over top, so it'll be a lot harder to put a pinpointed amount of pressure on the pipe as you drive over it. So yeah, that's the plan. And hey, if there's no water coming through the other side, eventually we'll know it's either plugged or smashed. And hey, that just gives us an opportunity to learn a little bit more and maybe to run an excavator. So cool. All right, so now we've got our non-woven geotextile in there. Set it in there. Like I said, I don't have stone today, so we'll be going to get stone beginning of the week. But yeah, we have it in there. That should hold it from blowing away over the weekend here. And once we get some stone, we'll go ahead and fill that in, wrap that up over it, and then hopefully the water will follow that pipe underneath the drive and out the other side.